Hello everyone, thank you for joining us. My name is Taiwo Akorede. The long-awaited guidelines on Advanced Pricing Agreements (APAs) was finally issued by the Federal Inland Revenue Service on 27 November 2024. This article provides insights into the aspects of the guidelines that taxpayers can take advantage of, that is the good, the challenging aspects that taxpayers need to be aware of and mitigate the bad, and the highly risky aspects of the guidelines that should be addressed by the FRS, the ugly. Key highlights of the guidelines. Guidelines define an APA as an arrangement between taxpayers and a tax administration that determines in advance of the controlled transaction an appropriate set of criteria for the determination of the transfer price of controlled transactions in accordance with the arm's length principle. There are three types of APA: a unilateral APA, bilateral APA, and multilateral APA. The minimum annual control transaction threshold for an APA is $10 million for a single transaction and $50 million for a group of transactions. An APA will apply for a maximum period of 3 years from the date indicated in the APA. However, it may be renewed for a maximum period of 3 years and rolled back to prior years for a maximum of 3 years before the APA commencement. The good. Some of the benefits of APA to taxpayers include: an APA provides certainty to taxpayers involved in high-risk, high-value control transactions such as intangibles, procurement arrangements, and cost contribution arrangements. For cross-border control transactions, bilateral or multilateral APAs might help mitigate double taxation risks. APA can be cost-saving to the taxpayer in the long run. Finally, the APA being voluntary is generally expected to be less adversarial than TP audits. The bad. First, APAs can be time-consuming. Second, considering that the APA process could last from 2 to 5 years, the APA period of 3 years is relatively short. Third, APAs are financially costly. Lastly, Nigerian taxpayers may be unable to enter into bilateral and multilateral APAs, as these can only be entered into with tax-treaty countries. The ugly. We are yet to ascertain whether the FRS will have the necessary incentive to encourage taxpayers to apply for APAs to help achieve voluntary compliance with the arm's length principle. The high threshold has effectively restricted a lot of taxpayers from taking advantage of the APA process. High risk of taxpayers disclosing their identity and information from the onset when applying for the APA. In conclusion, Nigerian taxpayers with high-risk related party transactions should be excited about having APAs as an alternative means of resolving potential TP disputes in a less adversarial manner. As such, it would be advisable for them to evaluate the visibility of an APA, considering the significant benefits and potential challenges. That said, an APA could be the reason a taxpayer with high-risk controlled transactions may save millions of dollars in potential assessed additional tax liabilities if it had gone through a TP audit. Thank you for watching the Anderson Digest podcast. To read more on our article, subscribe using the button below. Thank you.